Our first hymn for this Easter week is Ride On in Majesty. There's some verses I'd like to read to you from Matthew chapter 21 and verse 7, the first book of the New Testament. They brought the donkey and the colt, laid their clothes on them, and set him on them. And a very great multitude spread their clothes on the road. Others cut down branches from the trees and spread them on the road. Then the multitudes who went before and those who followed cried out, saying, Hosanna to the Son of David! Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna in the highest! And when he had come into Jerusalem, all the city was moved, saying, Who is this? So the multitude said, This is Jesus, the prophet from Nazareth of Galilee. This hymn reminds us that Jesus was worshipped by the crowd 1 week, and yet within a few days a crowd were calling for his crucifixion. He arrived with no prearranged pomp as any other king would, and yet the crowd recognized him for who he is. But the hymn reminds us that he rode in to die, and in doing so would triumph over death and conquer sin. It reminds us that heaven's angels watched as men beat the creator of this world. It reminds us that he was going into Jerusalem to face the worst punishment of men, but of greater significance, he would face the wrath of God in punishment for sin, which he would bear later in that week, and yet he rode on. We're told he set his face as a flint to go to Jerusalem and complete the work of salvation on our behalf. The hymn reminds us that one day it will be over and he would reign almighty again. But it starts with a ride into Jerusalem, as the prophet Zechariah told them over 550 years before. In chapter 9 and verse 9, it says, Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. He is just and having salvation, lowly and riding on a donkey, a colt, the foal of a donkey. Join with us as we recall his faithfulness as he rode upon that donkey into Jerusalem, despite knowing the outcome of that week.